Hello, this is Monica Kemper, and for the next hour, I'll be reading from the July 24th issue of the Westside News on the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. Shake on the Lake, Bringing the Bard to Brockport. Immerse yourself in the world of William Shakespeare when Shake on the Lake brings The Comedy of Errors, the Bard's physical comedy romp about mistaken twin identity, to Brockport on Saturday, August 8th. Filled with hijinks and hilarity, the free performance will be held from 6:30 to 8 p.m. outdoors at SUNY Brockport's Hartwell Hall. Bring a lawn chair and experience theater designed and staged for Shakespeare newbies and Bard aficionados alike. The show is appropriate for all audiences. Reserve a ticket at https://www.shakeontheLake.org/programming/summer-tour. In the case of inclement weather, the show will be held indoors at the Tower Fine Arts Main Stage, 180 Hawley Street, Brockport. Set in the port town of Ephesus, The Comedy of Errors tells the story of two sets of identical twins who were accidentally separated at birth. Antipholus of Syracuse and his butler, Dromio of Syracuse, arrive at Ephesus, which, unknown to them, turns out to be the home of their twin brothers, Antipholus of Ephesus and his butler, Dromio of Ephesus. When the Syracusians encounter the friends and families of their twins, a series of wild mishaps based on mistaken identities lead to wrongful beatings, a near seduction, the arrest of Antipholus of Ephesus, and false accusations of infidelity, theft, madness, and demonic possession. Using the tropes of commedia clowning, slapstick physical comedy, punnery, and puppetry, Shake takes you on a wild, fast-paced romp that proves why the play's title has entered the popular English lexicon as an idiom for an event or series of events made ridiculous by the number of errors that were made throughout. In 2013, The Comedy of Errors was the first full-length Shakespeare production Shake ever staged, becoming the blueprint for the company's signature fast, fun, and physical style, where 5 actors play 15 parts in a slapstick farce of mistaken identity and shenanigans. Get ready to get ridiculous with returning Shake cast members Matt Duncan, Tim Cooper, Mackenzie Gordon, Katie Greer, and Ladarius Jamerson. Support for Shake on the Lake is made possible by the New York State Council on the Arts with the support of the Office of the Governor and the New York State Legislature. Additional support by the Rochester Area Community Foundation, the Mary Conable and Norman Gayford Charitable Fund, and the Conable Family Foundation, the Gullo Family Foundation, the Ralph C. Wilson Arts and Cultural Initiative, and the Wyoming Foundation, all administered through the Community Foundation for Greater Buffalo. It took a village and a hot dog sale. Funds raised for Luke's Layettes. Thanks to area merchants and the greater Brockport community, the hot dog sale hosted by St. Luke's Episcopal Church, Brockport, during the annual sidewalk sale was a tremendous success, raising more than $1,100 for Luke's Layettes. St. Luke's is well known in the community for hosting recovery groups, community events, scouting programs, the Brockport Food Shelf, and the Clothes Closet, as well as the parish's annual book sale, which provides affordable and diverse reading materials to young and old alike. Another parish mission is dear to St. Luke's is Luke's Layette. And at the heart of Luke's Layettes are program leaders Rosemary Catlin and Celia Berry. They are committed to keeping the Layette supply cupboards filled with a variety of infant must-haves, so when calls come in from community organizations, new moms, and even grandmothers reaching out for help in welcoming home precious newborns, they are ready to meet the need. Rosemary and Celia know that it takes a village to make good things happen, and so they reached out to local merchants, some of whom stepped up in a big way. Brockport Wegmans donated the hot dogs, Tops in Hamlin donated the hot dog rolls, and the local Walmart pitched in to cover the cost of other supplies such as sodas and bottled water. The donations mean that all monies raised will go entirely to support Luke's Layettes. One of my favorite sayings is that God danced on the day you were born. I believe the best part of life is babies, which are truly gifts from God. What better way to make a difference in the lives of others than to put a layette for a baby and offer it as a gift to a new mom and dad, said Rosemary. Our generous donors and everyone who came out for the sale have made it possible for us to do more of what we at St. Luke's love to do, serve our community. Veterans encouraged to apply for future Honor Flight Rochester missions, including post-Vietnam veterans. Honor Flight Rochester has reached an exciting milestone. Thanks to the extraordinary community support, the organization has successfully worked through its long-time waiting list of veterans and is now seeking additional applications to continue filling upcoming missions and prepare for its 100th Honor Flight mission in spring 2027. Honor Flight Rochester continues to fly World War II, Korean War, Cold War, and Vietnam-era veterans who served through 1975. The organization is encouraging veterans from those service areas to apply now so they can participate in upcoming missions. At the same time, Honor Flight Rochester wants to remind veterans that it has always accepted applications from veterans of all service eras and years. Flight priority is determined in accordance with Honor Flight Rochester's guidelines. Veterans with terminal or serious illnesses receive priority, followed by veterans from the earliest eligible service eras, and then by the date an application is received. As Honor Flight Rochester prepares for future missions and its 100th Honor Flight in spring 2027, the organization also encourages veterans who served between 1975 and 1989 to apply now. While current missions continue to serve veterans through the Vietnam era, Honor Flight Rochester expects to be flying veterans from the 1975 through 1989 period in the near future and wants to ensure those veterans are already in the application pipeline. We're asking veterans who served during the years following Vietnam to apply now, said Kim Gold, president of Honor Flight Rochester. As we prepare for future missions, we want to ensure these veterans, including those who served during the Cold War and subsequent operations, are already in line to receive the recognition they have earned. Honor Flight Rochester was founded in 2008 with the mission of taking World War II veterans to visit the National World War II Memorial while they were still able to make the trip. Thanks to overwhelming support from the Rochester community, that mission has grown to include veterans from subsequent service eras, and Honor Flight Rochester remains committed to honoring America's veterans for years to come. Veterans are encouraged to apply now, even if their service era is not currently being flown, so they are in line when their era becomes eligible. Honor Flight Rochester also asks family members, friends, veteran organizations, and community groups to help identify veterans who may not know they are eligible and encourage them to apply. Applications may be completed online at honorflightrochester.org or printed and mailed to Honor Flight Rochester, P.O. Box 7, Webster, New York 14580. Robert B. Sherrington Education Fund announces inaugural scholarship recipients. The Robert B. Sherrington Education Fund recently announced the recipients of its inaugural scholarships, recognizing 3 exceptional Brockport High School graduates whose character, purpose, perseverance, and commitment to their future embody the values of the fund's namesake. Established through the estate of longtime Brockport educator Robert B. Sherrington, the fund honors his lifelong belief in the power of education, integrity, and service. Mr. Sherrington dedicated his career to teaching history, government, and economics while inspiring generations of students to lead lives of purpose and meaningful contribution. The scholarship was created to continue that legacy by helping Brockport graduates pursue higher education while recognizing not only academic achievement, but also strong moral character, financial need, and a clear sense of purpose. Each year, the Robert B. Sherrington Education Fund awards 2 scholarships that cover the full cost of tuition and are renewable for up to 4 years. Subject to continued eligibility, for its inaugural year only, the Board of Trustees elected to award 3 scholarships in recognition of the exceptional quality of this year's applicants. The inaugural scholarship recipients are Kaylee Steele, Audrey Kalish, and Olivia Wilson. Kaylee Steele will attend Nazareth University, where she will study early childhood education. Having long dreamed of becoming a kindergartner teacher, Kaylee has distinguished herself through outstanding academic achievement, including advanced placement coursework, honor roll recognition, and numerous academic honors. She has balanced rigorous academics with employment, dedicated time to tutoring and service organizations, and earned recognition as an accomplished musician through regional ensembles and performances. Her passion for education and commitment to serving young children reflect the spirit of the scholarship. Audrey Kalish will attend SUNY Brockport, where she will pursue a degree in nursing. Audrey has excelled academically while demonstrating leadership, resilience, and service. An Eagle Scout and accomplished runner, she has shown determination both in athletics and in overcoming challenges while remaining committed to supporting her teammates and community. Her dedication to helping others and her pursuit of a career in nursing exemplify the qualities the scholarship seeks to recognize. Olivia Wilson will attend Genesee Community College to study nursing. Inspired by a desire to make a meaningful difference in the lives of others, Olivia has demonstrated resilience, perseverance, and commitment throughout her high school career. While balancing academics with employment and involvement in school organizations, she has remained engaged in her community and steadfast in pursuing her goal of becoming a nurse. Her compassion and determination make her an outstanding representative of this inaugural class of scholars. Amazon Free Afternoons return to RMSC. Free admission the first Wednesday of the month. The Rochester Museum and Science Center, RMSC, is excited to announce the return of its Amazon Free Afternoons program, thanks to a $100,000 grant from the Amazon Charitable Fund for Greater Rochester Region at Rochester Area Community Foundation. Community members can enjoy free admission to all 3 RMSC locations from noon to 5 p.m. on the first Wednesday of every month, starting August 5th, 2026, and running through July 7th, 2027. During its previous run from August 24th, 2024, During its previous run from August 2024 to August 2025, the initiative welcomed thousands of guests at no cost, eliminating economic barriers to access and opening doors to hands-on learning. The RMSC's mission is to inspire lifelong learning, and that starts with making these experiences accessible to all, said Bruce Baker, chair of the Board of Trustees at the RMSC. We are deeply grateful to the Amazon Charitable Fund and Rochester Area Community Foundation for bringing back a program that clearly resonates with local families. By removing financial barriers, we hope to spark a passion for discovery that inspires our community's youth to pursue future careers in STEM and related career opportunities. Monroe County is proud to have helped bring Amazon and the Rochester Museum and Science Center together around a shared goal, expanding access to learning, discovery, and opportunity for families across our community, said Monroe County Executive Adam Bello. Through COMIDA's support for Amazon's major investments in Monroe County, we also made clear that strong economic development should translate into strong community partnership. Amazon Free Afternoons is exactly the kind of outcome we hoped to see, a meaningful investment that removes barriers for children and families, supports one of our region's most important cultural and educational institutions, and helps inspire the next generation of STEM talent right here in Monroe County. The upcoming Amazon Free Afternoon series will feature a robust lineup of interactive programming across all three campuses, including Museum and Science Center, live demonstrations, electricity theater, and hands-on STEM encounters. Strassenberg Planetarium, captivating star and laser shows. Cumming Nature Center, scenic nature hikes, and outdoor exploration. Through this renewed partnership, the RMSC invites neighbors from across the region to explore, experiment, and imagine. Whether guests are testing prototypes, experimenting with lasers, or discovering local natural history, this program directly advances the organization's commitment to fostering curiosity and community engagement. You are listening to a reading of articles and features from the Westside News on the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. CC alum inducted into Hall of Fame. Ron Johnston, Churchville, Chile class of 1966, was inducted into the Southeastern Ohio Slow Pitch Softball Hall of Fame during a ceremony at VFW Post 39 in Pomeroy, Ohio on Saturday, July 18, 2026. He was recognized for his career accomplishments, dedication, and the lasting impression he has made on men's slow pitch softball in southeastern Ohio through his promotion of softball as a sports writer for the Marietta Times. Johnston was inducted into the Mid-Ohio Valley Softball Hall of Fame last year. Parma Hilton Community Picnic and Time Capsule Dedication. Join the celebration on Saturday, August 8th. The Parma Hilton Historical Society, PHHS, invites the entire community to join them on Saturday, August 8th, from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Parma Hilton Museum, 1300 Hilton Parma Corners Road, Town Park, for a very special celebration, the dedication of its America 250 time capsule. It will be an afternoon of fun, history, and community spirit. Everyone is invited to witness the public sealing of the community time capsule and the ceremonial burial of its key, which will remain hidden until it's opened by future generations during the tricentennial in 2076. The location will be marked by a new tree planting and a large stone commemorating the event. The G&D Hots food truck will be on site. Because this event is taking the place of the PHHS annual picnic, all paid PHHS members will receive a $5 lunch voucher. Come and enjoy yard games, family-friendly activities for the kids, the opening of the 1976 time capsule, sealed at the time of America's bicentennial, and an opportunity to celebrate our community while creating a lasting legacy together. Learn more about PHHS's ongoing America 250 programs at parmaHiltonHistoricalSociety.com/events. Orleans County legislatures take part in NACO annual conference. Orleans County Legislature Chairman Lynn Johnson and legislator Skip Draper joined a delegation of county leaders from across the state to represent New York at the National Association of Counties, NACO, annual conference in New Orleans, July 17th through 20th. Thousands of county officials from across the United States took part in the event. The conference includes dozens of committee and caucus meetings, educational workshops, general sessions, and more. Sessions offered learning and practical insights on the full range of county responsibilities and domestic policy issues. The breadth of subject matter experts discussing issues that impact us locally makes this conference extremely important and worthwhile, said Johnson. Just today, conference topics included assessing federal transportation dollars, using data to improve youth mental health services, and new strategies for affordable housing. These are the real nuts and bolts issues of governing, and thankfully, it's completely free of partisan politics. Johnson said that two sessions were of particular interest to Orleans County. The first was the Great Lakes Regional Forum, where Johnson shared information on the Joint County Dredging Council she helps lead with Niagara County. The second was a meeting of the Justice and Public Safety Committee, where officers with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, ATF, did a presentation on the proliferation of 3D weapons. Johnson, who noted she and Draper both serve on the committee, said ATF officers will be coming to Albion to instruct local law enforcement on the issue. Legislator Draper said that beyond the impressive guest speakers and presenters, the conference offered ample opportunity to talk with county leaders from different parts of the country on addressing mutual issues and challenges. Orleans County participation in the conference with other New York officials strengthens our ability to share ideas, learn what's working in other communities, and return with proven solutions that benefit the people we serve, said Draper. The National Association of Counties, NACO, represents the interests of America's counties, serving as a powerful voice in federal policymaking and a vital part of our nation's intergovernmental system. With a membership of thousands of elected and professional county officials, NACO brings together leaders from across the country to shape national policies, share best practices, and strengthen counties for a stronger America. Lions Club of Chile awards scholarships to area students. The Lions Club of Chile awarded 3 graduating seniors from the class of 2026 with $1,000 scholarships. The recipients were Gates Chile Spartan graduate Cameron Bateman, Wheatland Chile Wildcat graduate Kara De Bruin, and Churchville Chile Saint graduate William Schiebel. The Lions Club of Chile extends its best wishes to all three in their future endeavors. Opinion and comments. Monroe County Legislative Youth Award nominees. Each year, Monroe County holds the annual Legislative Youth Awards to recognize and honor the exceptional youth and adult advocates throughout Monroe County, those serving as role models for their peers and working diligently to better the community. We are incredibly lucky to have so many talented, generous, and innovative young people in our community. We are proud to announce that many of them have been recognized by the Monroe County Legislature for their contributions to their community. This year's nominees were Young Citizen of Excellence nominees: Mallory Butlin, Brockport; Mary Galbraith, Buckport; Connor Huck, Brockport; Audrey Kalish, Brockport; Kaylee Steele, Brockport; Anderson Stoker, Brockport; Samantha Webster, Brockport; Lainey Downs, Hamlin; Paige Flattery, Hamlin; Saffir Kelly, Hamlin; Jack Gangros, Hilton; Madison Lovato, Hilton; Nathaniel Trice, Hilton; Silas Alvarez, Rochester; David Bartello II, Rochester; Lila Burke, Rochester; Bailey Cartena, Rochester; Connor Champlin, Rochester; Lucas Childs, Rochester; Vincenzo Lachlan, Rochester; Amanada Nayan, Rochester; Damaris Nunez, Rochester; Daniel Rapazzo, Rochester; Zarabari Sampson, Rochester; Ella Burrows, Spencerport; Christian Manfredi, Spencerport; Jackson Ryan, Spencerport; Giovanna Saiva, Spencerport. Gary Mervis Youth Team Achievement nominees: Delilah and Penelope Ladue, Rochester. Youth Advocate nominees: Jill Wisnowski, Brockport; Charles Johnson, Rochester. Willie W. Lightfoot Youth Advocate of the Year: Salvatore Gerbino, Rochester. Each of them is a role model for our entire community and truly deserving of this high honor and recognition. Monroe County is grateful and will continue to benefit from each of them through their leadership, selflessness, and positive example for all. Congratulations! Monroe County Legislatures: G. Blake Keller, District 1, Jackie Smith, District 2, Virginia McIntyre, District 4, Sean McCabe, District 6, Kirk Morris, District 7, Tom Sinclair, District 19, Robert J. Colby, District 20. Sweden proposes change to tax receiver position. On July 14, 2026, the Sweden Town Board unanimously adopted a local law to change the tax receiver position from elected to annually appointed by the town board. Because this local law is subject to a mandatory referendum, the final decision rests with the voters in November. A little background. When the previous tax receiver resigned from the position in October 2025, Kathy Roberts stepped in and agreed to stay until the end of this year, December 2026, with the hope this local law would pass. The rationale behind this proposal focused on improving administration, accountability, and continuity of service. We, the staff, have been quietly suggesting and discussing this change within our departments for many years because it makes sense. There are 19 towns in Monroe County. 16 have appointed tax receivers. The town board has a responsibility to ensure that municipal operations are efficient, accountable, and responsive to the needs of our residents. An appointed tax receiver is directly accountable to the town board for job performance, compliance with policies and procedures, and customer service. The town board can set office hours, require monthly reporting, and address resident complaints, which has not been the case in the past for the elected position. Appointment allows the town board to select the most qualified individual based on education, experience, financial knowledge, customer service skills, and familiarity with municipal operations. The elected office is determined by voters and does not require candidates to possess specific technical qualifications. The tax receiver needs to work closely with the town clerk, finance director, assessor, and other municipal departments. Appointment allows the town board to build a collaborative management team with shared goals, improving communication and operational efficiency. Changing the tax receiver from elected to appointed is intended to strengthen the administration of town government. The change is not intended to diminish the importance of the office, but rather to align it with best practices in municipal administration and the evolving operational needs of local government. I have served as the town clerk since 2004, giving me more than 2 decades of experience with the operations of the office. During that time, I have seen many individuals come and go, worked through a wide range of office dynamics, and gained valuable insight into what contributes to an effective and efficient workplace. Based on that experience, I believe this proposed change will strengthen both the position and the overall functioning of the office. For these reasons, I strongly support this local law. Karen M. Sweeting, Sweden Town Clerk. You are listening to a reading of articles and features from the Westside News on the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. Fall Excursions with HP Senior Center. The Hilton Parma Senior Center invites those ages 55 and older to join them on Motorcoach Day trips this fall. September's offering is the Wright Dining and Dime Store Delights trip on Thursday, September 17th. Head to Western New York to visit 2 Frank Lloyd Wright homes, enjoy lunch at Elio DiPaolo's restaurant, and then do some shopping at Vidler's 5 and 10 in East Aurora. Fans of America's pastime won't want to miss the excursion to Cooperstown for baseball, great food, and Fly Creek fun on Wednesday, October 14th. Visit the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Doubleday Field, enjoy lunch at Upstate Bar and Grill, and end the day with a stop at Fly Creek Cider Mill and Orchard. Both trips are open to residents and non-residents and depart from the Parma Town Hall, 1300 Hilton Parma Corners Road. For more details or to register, visit hprecreation.org or call Hilton Parma Recreation and Senior Center at 585-392-9030. Scale Model Show at Transportation Museum. Scale models and the enthusiasts who build them will be on hand Sunday, August 2nd from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. when the New York Museum of Transportation hosts members of the ROC City Scale Modelers and the Genesee and Ontario Model Engineers. The range of work on display could include planes, trains, ships, military and civilian vehicles, figures, and even space, science fiction, and robots. Club members will share tips for beginners and more advanced modelers on paints, tools, and techniques to create realism in models and dioramas. Rides on the museum's vintage trolley car are included with admission, with departures at 11:30 a.m., 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, and 3:30 p.m. The museum includes a large model railroad, steam locomotive, several full-size trolley cars, a fire truck, Greyhound bus, and the Midtown Plaza monorail. Admission includes the model show, the museum, and the trolley ride. $12 for adults, $10 for seniors 65 plus, $6 for youths age 3 to 12. Children under age 3 are free. No reservations are required. The New York Museum of Transportation is located 20 minutes south of Rochester at 6393 East River Road in Rush, 1 mile north of Route 251, exit 11 from I-390. For information, visit www.nymtmuseum.org or call 585-533-1113. American Legion Baseball Championship Tournaments, July 25th through August 2nd at Penfield High School. The Rochester area will once again take center stage for American Legion Baseball this summer as Grease Post 468 hosts the Department of New York American Legion Baseball Championship Tournaments. The senior tournament runs July 25th through 30th, followed by the junior tournament July 31st through August 2nd, both at Penfield High School, 25 High School Drive. The tournaments are the premier events for American Legion Baseball in New York, determining which teams will advance to represent the state at the Northeast Regional Championships and potentially the American Legion Baseball World Series. Rochester's own Grease Post 468 made that journey in 2025, finishing 8th in the nation out of roughly 1,400 teams. The two tournaments combined will draw 13 to 19 teams and approximately 350 players to the Rochester region, with hundreds more family members and spectators filling the stands over the 2-week span. Last year marked the first time in the 100-year history of American Legion Baseball that a championship tournament came to the Rochester area, said Kevin Woodbury, American Legion Baseball Championship Tournament Director. That single tournament catapulted Rochester to the top of the host list, joining Utica as one of only 2 preferred hosting sites in New York. Beyond the competition on the field, the tournaments will feature a full pre-game pageant at every contest, including color guard presentations from organizations across the region, guest vocalists performing the national anthem, and recognition of notable local veterans and community leaders. The event also includes a program that brings players to Monroe Community Hospital to visit with veteran patients. All tournament profits will be donated to 3 veteran-focused nonprofit organizations: Otto's Phoenix House, Eagle Star Housing, and American Legion Baseball. The public is encouraged to attend and cheer on New York's top high school baseball talent while honoring the veterans and military families who are woven into the fabric of this event. Tickets are $10 for a single day, $15 for the senior tournament championship day, $35 for the entire senior tournament, $25 for the entire junior tournament, and $45 for both tournaments, and are available through Eventbrite. https://tinyurl.com/RMB22HS5. Visit https://www.nylegionbaseball.com and click on Tournament for the full game schedule. Erie Canal Way Junior Ranger Day, free events and activities. Erie Canal Way National Heritage Corridor and the NYS Canal Corporation invite youth and families from across New York State to participate in Erie Canal Way Junior Ranger Day on Saturday, August 1st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Free events and activities are being hosted at 15 canal sites and museums throughout the Erie Canalway National Heritage Corridor, with the closest to this area being Rochester by water at 280 Exchange Boulevard in Rochester. There are also participating locations in Buffalo, Lockport, Pittsford, Palmyra, Seneca Falls, and destinations further east. Participants will receive a free Junior Ranger activity booklet and can complete a variety of activities to earn a Junior Ranger badge. New York State Canal Corporation Director Ben Walsh said, "The Junior Ranger program is a wonderful way to show our youngest citizens just how dynamic the canal system is. With sites participating across the corridor on August 1st, there are activities in reach for anyone who is interested in learning more about the waterway. I encourage families to stop by a site or two on August 1st. Completing activities together to receive a Junior Ranger badge is a great way for families to bond and keep the history, culture, and spirit of the canal corridor alive for years to come." Junior Ranger Day activities and information about the Erie Canalway Junior Ranger program, which helps children get to know the National Heritage Corridor and the importance of the NYS canal system, are available at https://eriecanalway.org/learn/junior-ranger. Bello introduces Veterans Property Tax Exemption legislation. Proposed law would lower property tax bills for qualifying local veterans. Monroe County Executive Adam Bello has introduced legislation to the county legislature that would implement a property tax exemption for qualifying veterans. The proposed local law would officially opt Monroe County into New York State's expanded real property tax exemption program, providing meaningful financial relief to local veterans who have served our nation. Under the New York State framework, the program allows local taxing jurisdictions to offer property tax exemptions to qualified veterans based on their military service. To qualify, applicants must be an honorably discharged veteran and considered to be permanently and totally disabled as a result of military service. The tax exemption only applies to a veteran's primary residence. When approved, the program will reduce the county portion of property tax bills for eligible veteran homeowners across Monroe County. Our veterans stepped up and sacrificed so much to protect our freedoms, and it is our responsibility to ensure they are supported when they return home, said County Executive Bello. By adopting this state exemption program, we are providing tangible, long overdue property tax relief directly to the men and women who earned it. This is more than just good fiscal policy. It is a reflection of our community's profound gratitude. I strongly urge the county legislature to move forward and pass this legislation without delay. Implementing this tax exemption for 100% disabled veterans is the right thing to do, said Laura Heltz, the executive director of the Veterans Outreach Center. We commend County Executive Bello for ensuring that Monroe County veterans receive the recognition and tax relief they have earned through their service and sacrifice to our country. This commitment truly honors those who have given so much on behalf of all Americans. Opting into this state program expands Monroe County's ongoing efforts to support the local veteran population by making home ownership more affordable and encouraging veterans to plant deep roots in our local neighborhoods. Pending the legislature's approval, the property tax exemption application process will be administered through the city or town assessor's office where the property is located. The Monroe County Veterans Service Agency, VSA, will be available to assist veterans in navigating the paperwork and securing the discharge and service records required to verify eligibility. The county legislature is scheduled to vote on the proposed legislation at its August meeting. You are listening to a reading of articles and features from the Westside News on the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. July is Lake Appreciation Month in New York State by Senator Pam Helming, 54th District. July is Lake Appreciation Month in New York State, and there is certainly much to appreciate. New York is home to extraordinary freshwater resources, from the Finger Lakes to Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, from Lake Champlain and Lake George to thousands of smaller lakes and reservoirs across the state. These waters are essential to our communities and our future. They provide drinking water, support local economies and businesses, attract visitors from around the world, provide habitat for fish and wildlife, and create incredible opportunities for boating, fishing, and recreation. Over the 4th of July weekend, I visited several lakes across our region and had the chance to talk with local residents, business owners, and visitors. The lakes were busy. Boats were on the water, restaurants and shops were full, and families were spending time together along the waterfronts. It was a simple but powerful reminder of how deeply our lakes are connected to our economy, our communities, and our way of life. That is why Assemblywoman Andrea Bailey and I introduced resolutions recognizing July as Lake Appreciation Month in New York State. Our resolution is about recognition, but it is also about responsibility. Our lakes face real and ongoing challenges, including harmful algal blooms, invasive species, and other threats to water quality. Protecting them requires good science, research, local leadership, strong partnerships, and sustained investment. It also requires strong advocacy. This past February, organizations from across the Finger Lakes came together at the state capitol for the first ever Finger Lakes Advocacy Day. I met with members of the group to discuss the challenges facing our lakes and many of the same priorities I continue to advocate for, including clean water protection, harmful algal bloom research, and long-term investment in our lakes. When organizations from across the Finger Lakes come together and speak with one voice, they strengthen the case for continued attention and investment in these important resources. Later that month, the State Senate adopted our resolution recognizing July 2026 as Lake Appreciation Month. Recognition is important, but it must be backed by action. This year's state budget included significant funding for environmental protection and clean water infrastructure. My office has provided dozens of letters of support for grant applications seeking funding for projects to protect and preserve water quality throughout our region. These investments in local projects make a difference, but protecting our lakes cannot be the responsibility of one organization, one community, or one level of government. It takes cooperation among watershed groups, local governments, researchers, conservation organizations, property owners, farmers, businesses, volunteers, and state leaders. I am grateful to the people and organizations across New York who do this work every day. Lake Appreciation Month is an opportunity to celebrate the waters that make New York such a special place. More importantly, it is a reminder of our shared responsibility to protect them. Working together, we can help ensure our lakes remain clean, healthy, and strong for generations to come. SUNY Brockport welcomes incoming EOP class for summer orientation. Program provides students with academic and financial resources to help them succeed. SUNY Brockport is welcoming its incoming class of Arthur O. Eve Educational Opportunity Program (EOP) students to campus for summer orientation. The EOP Summer Orientation Program gives incoming students the benefit of a residential college experience before starting their classes for the fall semester. At Brockport, 76 incoming EOP students are participating in the Summer Orientation Program this year. SUNY's Arthur O. Eve Educational Opportunity Program provides affordable excellence and comprehensive support to help students from low-income backgrounds who did not receive sufficient academic preparation in K through 12, many of whom are the first in their families to go to college, succeed in earning a degree. The EOP program at SUNY Brockport is made possible in part by the historic $10.7 million increase in EOP funding in the fiscal year 2026 through 2027. State budget thanks to the strong support and commitment by Governor Kathy Hochul and the New York State Legislature. SUNY Brockport President Heidi McPherson said, "We are grateful to Governor Hochul and state legislatures for their steadfast commitment to advancing higher education opportunities for students at SUNY Brockport and at campuses across New York State. EOP is a proven program to advance student success and upward mobility. For nearly 60 years, SUNY's Educational Opportunity Program has supported tens of thousands of students, helping them move forward on a path to upward mobility and success," said SUNY Chancellor King. "The program has made higher education more accessible for students throughout New York State and opened doors for meaningful and successful careers." The SUNY Board of Trustees said SUNY's Educational Opportunity Program has a proven track record of supporting students to thrive on campus and be ready to succeed after graduation. Through the strong support of Governor Kathy Hochul and the state legislature, SUNY EOP will be able to provide support for more students as they work to pursue their dreams. Since 2022, SUNY EOP enrollment has increased by 21%, reflecting continued demand for the program and the confidence students and families place in its supports. In its 59-year history, EOP has graduated nearly 90,000 students and evolved into one of the country's most successful college access programs. There are more than 9,000 EOP students throughout the SUNY system, 240 of which are enrolled at SUNY Brockport. Brockport's EOP summer orientation has proven to be incredibly beneficial. Nearly 86% of last fall's first-year EOP cohort successfully returned for their spring semester. EOP enrollment is open to all students who meet the program's long-standing academic and financial need requirements. "I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for EOP. The Brockport EOP family supported me ever since I came here from New York City, which is 6 hours away. The EOP counselors supported me academically and emotionally, and that helped me push through and helped me build my confidence so I could be a leader at SUNY Brockport," said Carlos Clark, 25, a Brockport EOP alum who is now working as one of the university's resident directors. To learn more about SUNY EOP at Brockport, visit https://www.brockport.edu/academics educational-opportunity-program/ or email eop@brockport.edu. Tips to trace your own history while celebrating America's. Millions of Americans will spend some time in 2026 commemorating 250 years of United States history. The U.S. turns 250 in July 2026, and the summer figures to be an especially celebratory time across the 50 states. As Americans engage with their nation's history, they might be compelled to learn more about their personal history as well. Genealogy has become a popular pastime in the 21st century, and the National Archives offers these tips to anyone looking to do some digging in their personal history as they celebrate 250 years of the United States. Start with yourself. The National Archives recommends starting with the person you know best, yourself. Your own personal details can serve as a starting point as you work toward more unknown facets of your family history. After you note all of your own details, learn and document all you can about your parents, and then do the same in relation to your grandparents. Emphasize 4 vital components. The National Archive notes that names, dates, places, and relationships are the tools of the family researcher. That's because these nuggets of information have long been used to identify people in public records. Peruse any existing family archives. Many families have kept their own archives over the years, even if that record keeping was not widely known within a family. A relative might have kept various types of documents that help to paint a picture of your genealogy. Ask around in the family to see if anyone has kept records, which might include newspaper clippings, birth and death certificates, military certificates, marriage license, letters, diaries, photographs, photo books, scrapbooks. Let others know. Inform family members near and far that you're working on a genealogy project. A relative might have beaten you to it, and that person could have lots of valuable information and documents to share. Others might be able to point you toward a relative who has become the unofficial family historian. In addition, cousins and aunts and uncles might have records from their own immediate families, which can help you as you conduct your own research. Access government records. The U.S. federal census dates all the way back to 1790, which makes it a potentially excellent source of information for your project. State and county archives also can be wonderful resources that keep records of births, deaths, marriages, and other notable events that can help people trace their family histories. Even local libraries might have records of your family, especially if your family has been settled in the same area for a significant amount of time. American history might be the focal point in the United States in 2026, but that renewed emphasis on history also makes 2026 a great time to study your own family's part in helping the nation make it to its 250th birthday. You've been listening to a reading of articles and features from the July 24th issue of the Westside News. Your reader has been Monica Kemper. Thank you for listening.